So this is the main front area of the stadium. This is where most people that are sat in the West Stand will enter the stadium. As they approach, they see the magnificent logo up on the side of the stand. We've got our LED screen on the front that will have advertising and messages of encouragement. They'll take the big steps up to the first floor concourse. They can then access the things. So you've reached the top of the first floor concourse stairs. You enter in through the access control gates, and then you find yourself on the concourse area, and you walk down towards your seat entrance. And along the way you'll have toilets and food concessions and a wonderful view of the pitch from the corner. So as you come down the concourse and you're feeling hungry, you need something to drink, you come to one of the food concessions. As you can see, in the process of being kitted out. Won't be much longer, but unfortunately for the test event on the 18th of May, these won't be open. We're not able to have food and drink on that test event date. But when we start next season, absolutely this is where you come to get a drink if you're in the West Stand. This will be the entrance point for people that are in the South Stand and the East Stand. This is the North-South Street, which is a pedestrian road that runs between the Galliard buildings and our stadium demise. There'll obviously be the 10-metre high wall here fairly soon, and this is the way that people enter the stadium through turnstiles along this part of the stadium. So this is the main last outstanding bit that there is to do on the stadium, the east wall that will segment the North-South Street, pedestrian street that people will enter through on match days. There'll obviously be some turnstiles here in the corner and turnstiles further along the wall. The reason this one's taken so long is we were trying to reduce the height. We've been working and discussing with Galliards for some time now about how we can reduce the height of the wall to give us quite a considerable cost saving, and we finally reached agreement. So it was the last bit to do, and it will be finished probably around September time by the time they finish commissioning, but it won't affect the start of the season and our ability to have full fans in here from the start of the season. So this is the South Stand concourse area. Obviously we've got the kiosks in here, and this is what fans will utilise. South Stand fans will utilise on the match day: toilets, concessions, food, beer, gins, whatever you like. And then as a space, we're looking at a range of different options that we can, use this space for, whether it's, more food park type stuff offerings, beer kellers, viewings of matches on a big screen, all sorts of opportunities for us, even extra parking for some of our bigger events. So nice flexible space for us to use. Even the foundation may be able to utilise it for some of their activities, the community groups, little games of netball, that type of thing. So nice space, and we've got to utilise it. So now we're coming down into the pub. This is the route that fans who are sat in the West Stand will take on a match day to come down and see their friends who might be in the South Stand, come down this unique stairwell into the pub space. As you can see, it's not finalised yet. We are in discussions with 3 groups currently on 3 very exciting proposals. We could have set this out, had this done on quite a basic level, but actually we wanted to create something that is really quite special, something that fans will feel very proud and excited about. And there's an opportunity, well, we've got 3 opportunities potentially to create a space that fans are going to want to come and see and talk about. So we wanted to make it special. So I thought, let's take our time on it rather than trying to rush it through and potentially end up with something that's not particularly exciting. So quite a big space. You'll have a bar that will sort of run along here. So people will come in and they get served out into this space. We've got cellars behind there, some toilets. You can hopefully envisage some seating along the side there, maybe some booth seating, and some stools and chairs and tables. And we'll have screens in here as well, large screens to watch football on as well. So a lot of different events can take place in here, as well as just coming in on a weekday for a drink with your mates. So generally we want it to, hopefully it's going to be a really exciting and a nice place to spend some time and drink with your friends. The safe stand in the south. Obviously it was a big project, took about 8 months of lobbying to get the authorities to allow us to have the safe standing, so it's a real opportunity for us. I know so many of our fans want to stand, and it's really exciting. One of the very few in the country that have safe standing, so I know you're in here, aren't you? Just at the back. Yeah, it's kind of a sit stand. There's a great view though as well. Feels very comfortable. So this is the main entrance into the stadium. If you're visiting for hospitality or events, you'll come in through this entrance. That'll take you to the lifts that will take you up to the second floor. And then right next to it as well, on a match day or non-match day, these doors will be open for you to come in to have a look around the shop, purchase something. Certainly a lot larger than the one we had at Kings Meadow. Bigger range of quality goods, and yeah, something that we're really proud about. So this is the main hospitality corridor that leads to the boxes and the other lounges. This is the first lounge and the biggest of the other lounges. This is Platinum. Again, utilised for hospitality on a match day, as well as can be utilised for conferences, birthdays, wakes, all that. Will take about 100 people. So now we'll come into one of our exclusive boxes in the stadium. So they're nearly finished kitting out. There's a few more bits to do in here. Got some wallpaper to go on, and obviously some nice pictures and football memorabilia type stuff in here, but generally everything's as it will be, with screen, fridge, drinks opportunities, plenty of space to watch the game in comfort with your own peace and privacy. And then lead out onto the second floor balcony, which has the best views of the pitch. Perfect, ideal 30-degree angle, which is generally understood to be the best place to view football from. So if you're sat up here, you do really get a great sense, great aspect of what's going on the pitch. So now we're in the main event space. This is the real unique area of the stadium. This is the catalyst for a lot of what we want to do and how we can be different as a club. We've got a lot of opportunity in here from matchday hospitality. In here we will have Silver and Silver Plus will be seated in here for their buffet service. Underneath the mezzanine here we'll also have the networking area, so that people who are on the second floor, regardless of what lounge they're in, whether it's boxes or other lounges, they'll be able to have a drink and mix with everyone underneath there. So a real meeting place on a match day for hospitality guests. So on a non-match day, it can be utilised for a whole range of different events and conferences. We'll take 500 people in a sit-down gala dinner, for example, but for a conference you can get up to 750 people sat in here. Utilise the large screen, the high definition screen that we've put in there, which is 5 metres by 3 metres. Really is a magnificent piece of equipment. Very excited to be watching some football games on there, or potentially Xbox in the future. So really wonderful space for us to have. One of the biggest in the borough, one of the biggest in southwest London. So we're very excited about what we can do in this space. And obviously currently, as you can see, it's set up as an NHS vaccination centre. Many of you will have had your vaccinations in here already and got to see this space. So it's yeah, a really, really exciting and very useful area. So we're in the media entrance here. This is where all media activity is going to take place on a match day. So in here we have the media workroom. This is where press will come and do their reports, upload their photographs from the match on a match day. On a non-match day, this is the foundation office. That's where the foundation sit and do their work. So really utilising the spaces that we have for all kinds of activities. So this is the bit that everyone wants to see. This is the players' entrance into the changing rooms. Let's go and take a look. So going into the home dressing room area. None of you will have seen this yet, so very exciting. And here we've got a physio room, a couple of physio beds. Now the players get their pre-match rub downs. Some toilets, little kitchenette. And then into the main changing rooms. So the boys have got plenty of space in here. Made them very large because they obviously were future-proof for rugby as well. So lots of room in here, and the players have been very happy with their new home. As you've looked around the room, you could see within each of the player benches there's a number of keywords. These are keywords that Robbo is keen for the players to utilise, to remember, to live by. Key moment of the season, that one. So this part of the corridor is where we've got the official changing rooms, nicely positioned on our side of the changing area so that we can get in there if we need to. And then this leads into the club's offices. Some of the staff busy at work. Reception area for the main offices, and we've got a ground floor security office as well. The security guys keep an eye on everything that happens in the stadium. And then to the final part of the behind the scenes areas, we're going to the main production kitchen, which is pretty impressive. Some lovely bits of kit in here. If any of you have worked in kitchens, so those of you that come for events, have hospitality, this is where your food will be prepared and then taken up to the second floor for you to enjoy.